Hadi bakalım.
Welcome back, everybody. Jaysin Static with another episode of the Wrestling Pack Challenge, baby. And as you can tell from the title of this video, and you can see the pack in my hand, we are moving on to the 1991 WCW Impel cards, also known as the Stomp Collection. Before I jump into this, and before I jump into the other stuff, I have a favor to ask you guys. If you enjoy these videos, shoot me a like and shoot me a comment. Those two things help more than you can think. It helps boost that algorithm. But something else that I need to ask is I need you guys to understand the rules of the Wrestling Pack Challenge. Especially for all you new people who might see this. The Wrestling Pack Challenge rules are as follows. 1 pack per video. Packs can be from any company, any era, around the world. It doesn't matter if it's indie cards, pro cards, if it's a wrestling card and then it's in a pack and we can buy it, we can open it and we can collect it. Number 2, must build to a full set. The series ends when that full set is complete. Each video is a smaller portion of the greater Wrestling Pack Challenge. Number 3, the wild card and discussion section of this wrestling cards that we love so much. That's what I like to do. I like to talk about wrestling cards, and I like to talk about wrestling in general. So that's why we do things a little bit different here when we're opening up wrestling cards. We're not working and we're not pulling just for the big wins, the big money cards. We're pulling these cards to talk about wrestling cards. And we're going to talk about this pack right now. This pack, this set, the WCW Impel cards, was WCW's, technically speaking, first national release. They had the WCW NWA Wonderama cards that came out in like 88, 89, but that was a regional release. This was the first national release. This was on the heels of the 1990 Galoob figures. So, this set has 164 cards, I believe. It's a base set, no big giant cards. There's only one major card in this set, and that's the Sting hologram. I don't know if it comes in packs. I'm not sure how we got that card, or how you get that card. If it comes in packs, I'll do some more research on that. But we're definitely going to be looking for that card. And the way that we're doing this set, since it's different, and the way that they did this set is different, we are going to be looking for single cards, right? Not unlike the rest of the series that we've done. The reason we're looking for these single cards is because when WCW did these cards, they did 13 Sting cards. They did 3 or 4 Jim Ross cards. They did Steiner Brothers cards. They did Doom. They did El Gante. They did Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Sid Vicious. And all of these cards, there's multiple versions of these cards. They're all different images on the cards. So instead of saying, hey, I'm going to collect all of the Sting cards, because relatively that could be very easy to do, I want to collect certain cards. And the first card besides that hologram card is Sting number 8. And the reason that I have Sting number 8 as my top card is the Sting number 8 card features my good buddy, the bad boy Bob Cook. Bob Cook, a great wrestler in his time. He might not say so, and I'm going to make sure that I send this video to him so he knows that I'm talking about him. My good buddy Bob Cook, the man with the best punch in wrestling. And that's one of the cards that we're going to be looking for. And in particular, when we look for these cards, we're also going to talk about the history of the card. Because the Sting number 8 card, the image of that card, of Sting and Bob Cook on that, the Bob Cook rookie card, that image was from 1990. In particular, January 3rd, 1990, on an episode of NWA WCW TV at Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. That's the type of history that people don't talk about when we're talking about pro wrestling cards, man. And in particular, with this set has a lot of little instances like that. The next card that we're going to be looking for is Sting number 4. And then we're going to be looking for Steiner Brothers number 113. It's got an image of Scott Steiner like this on his knees, potentially right after he did a Frankensteiner, because he always hit that pose after he hit a Frankensteiner. But other than that, you guys, are you ready to get into this pack? Are you ready to get into this pack? There's all kinds of cool information about these packs, like the Bob Cook rookie card with Sting on it. Bob Cook trained by Boris Malenko, the great Malenko. Also the fathers of Joe and Dean Malenko. 3 great wrestlers on top of that. The history of some of these pro wrestling cards is stuff that you guys don't know, and that's what I'm aiming to try to do with this professional wrestling card wrestling pack challenge series, baby. Are you ready to get into this pack? Let's go! We are back in the box. The blue box, the illustrious, the legendary blue box. We are back, and we are getting ready to open WCW cards. Now, the interesting thing about these cards, for me in particular, is if you know anything about my history, if you've been on this channel and you've watched this channel for a long time, you know that I grew up as a WCW kid. So I am familiar with a lot of these guys. I remember some of the feuds in this time period, although my old brain is a little foggy sometimes, especially when I like to record videos early in the morning, the night before video drops. I do like to do that for some reason. I don't know why. But something interesting about these cards, guys, is these cards tell a lot of stories in them, because a lot of these cards, the images on the cards were taken straight from the TVs. They weren't posed. It was taken straight from the ringside photographers, the ringside TV cameras and stuff like that. So like, there's angles on these cards that if you go back and you try to find the matches on like YouTube, or if you can find them on the WWE network and stuff like that, you can actually see when these pictures were taken. So like, if you do a little bit of like research behind the stuff, it can be pretty fun about finding out exactly where the cameraman was at when that shot was taken. It's pretty fun to try to do, especially if you love WCW. So going back and watching some of these WCW shows, in the process of trying to research these cards, so I could have a little bit more to talk about, because you know these cards are from 1991. You know, I'm old, I forget things. You know, so I had to brush up, guys. I had to brush up. But like I said, we are looking for Sting number 8 with the Bob Cook rookie card. We are looking for number 4. That's Sting with the big gold belt, because he was also a champion at this point in time. And then we're looking for Steiner Brothers number 113. But are you guys ready? Here we go. Ooh, we got one. We got Rick Steiner with the Bulldog. Heck yeah. Ricky Morton from the Rock and Roll Express. Looks like there's Tommy Wildfire Rich in the background, maybe. Sid Vicious with Sting. Doom. Butch Reed and Ron Simmons. Wildfire Tommy Rich. It looks like it's Scott Norton, maybe? Maybe not. That right there. And then Dutch Mantel. A lot of these cards a lot of these images were taken from their shows. So a lot of them were taken at Center Stage in Georgia. There was another one, South Carolina. They did a lot of shows in South Carolina for NWA Pro. They did a lot of shows in like Gainesville, Georgia area. Dutch Mantel, go out and check his podcast that he has out. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool podcast. If you're into wrestling podcast, the Fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes. And I'm not sure. I can't tell who that was right there. See, like, you can tell in the background, like, that's not your stereotypical arena. You know what I mean? So, like, it's super cool to see these things. Lex Luger with probably Scott Steiner, maybe? Rick Steiner? Jimmy Ross? Jim Ross. That's another card I really like. I've always liked this card because Lex looks freaking jacked as hell, and he's got that 5 o'clock shadow beard. I think Lex looked super badass with the 5 o'clock shadow beard. Ooh, we got a Sting right here, baby. Not number 4 and not number 8. And then we got Terry Taylor. And then last but not least, we got Jimmy Garvin, Fabulous Freebirds. Perfect. Let's go through the backs like we always do. Like we always do. Sid Vicious number 30. Ricky Morton 97. Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner, the Steiner Brothers 109. You remember we are looking for 103. Ron Simmons, Butch Reed. Tommy Wildfire Rich. Still active out on the indies, doing the circuit still. Dutch Mantel. Jimmy Garvin. Michael P.S. Hayes. Legendary tag team, guys. If you don't know about the Freebirds, you need to go check out WCCW at the Sportatorium. Watch some of that old stuff with the Von Erichs. Legendary matches. Lex Luger, number 20. Jim Ross. Fabulous Freebirds, number 122. Terry Taylor, number 73. And Sting, number 12. What do you think is the top card out of this set so far that we've pulled? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will let you guys know the next time that we pick up a WCW Impel card set. Another thing that I'm getting ready to do is I want to start working out some of these sets. So a lot of the content that we're going to be doing is going to be a lot of the same sets over and over and over and over again. I want to start trying to get some of these sets complete. I don't want to keep jumping into new cards and new cards and new cards. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I appreciate you guys. Go check out all the stuff, all the clickable links around here. Go check out the Fight Club Wrestling Academy YouTube channel. That's where I do professional wrestling interviews. We're going to be doing those again in the future. I'm not sure when, but we are going to be doing those in the future again very, very soon. Go check out the eBay store. That's how I'm able to do all of this stuff and keep this channel running. And go check me out on social media. You can find the link down in the description box below. And Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Take care. Peace out. Bye.